Hi there,
That was so good. That was so good.
Big breath. Long pause, big breath.
So we, first of all, hey, good morning, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to WAFB Plus 9:15 every Monday through Friday here on, WAFB Plus for 9 News Now. The bulk of the show is unscripted.
Yes.
Actually, it's all unscripted.
Yes.
All of it is unscripted.
We're going by the seat of our pants.
Exactly. But, at the back end, we kind of do like a little fun little videos for you. Some stuff that you may see out there being talked about. And Liz will print that stuff up for us so we're not sounding any dumber than, well, for me. I always sound. And I was literally, I'm like, is it the
I'm
videos?
so glad he said something.
Well, we figured out we knew what we were talking about.
We have our cliff notes.
And she goes, I forgot that. And she ran all the way over to the and she came all the way back over here just in time. The end of the
Look at that. Meant to be. Love it.
Welcome to Friday, huh?
Yeah, I love when things work out on a Friday.
Come on, right?
Yeah.
And actually, it's working out even better for us on a Friday. As you got going this morning, maybe some of you saw a little bit of fog out there. We've dealt with that the last number of days.
Yes.
But something else we've dealt with the last few weeks, it feels like, is record high, or certainly close to record high temps.
Yeah.
We're not going to see that today. We may not even hit 80 degrees. And there's your 10-day forecast as you look at it. I can actually show you real quick the current temperatures. Watch. Bing.
Oh, look at that.
73 right now.
That's ideal.
Look, and again, the last couple of days we've started right there. Like at 4:30 in the morning at 73 degrees. And so then you work your way over to that 10-day, which is what Liz was just showing you right there.
Ooh.
And right, exactly. But on that weekend and what that's going to look like, and the weekend forecast that Jared had for us this morning, really looking pretty good. We'll dig in a little bit more to the next week forecast coming up, because I know everybody's got their eyes on next Saturday, some big parades in the area. But again, the Saturday and Sunday looking pretty decent. That little baby front coming through. Maybe a slight chance of some rain this weekend, as we all do what we need to do to the clocks.
Keep your head on a swivel about that rain, about the time change.
All that.
We will keep reminding you as we get closer to daylight saving time.
This just sent into our newsroom earlier this morning. But it's something that didn't just happen. Central PD just letting us know about this, and they need your help.
Tuesday, March 7th, they say a hit and run crash actually happened here in Central. You could see it happen on Sullivan Road here, not far from Wax Road. They're looking for a small white car that left the scene there that should have some significant damage to its side.
Yeah, the passenger side was saying, right? And so maybe some black paint as part of that damage, which they say came off that other vehicle. But again, we know this is kind of late in the game here. This happened again Tuesday. We're just getting this. So we are putting this out there for you because they've asked us, obviously, to do that. Still enough time, it takes a lot to buff out something like that on a car. If they're talking about that kind of damage up along the passenger side, pretty significant, chances are that's still pretty noticeable.
And if you live in the area, maybe you have some family or friends in the area, look, Central's a tight-knit community.
It is.
If a car with this kind of purported damage here, someone is going to notice. So if you were thinking, well, Tuesday night, 8:45, I did see some vehicle driving down this way that just kind of fits the description, Central PD could sure use that tip. Anything that could use some help find who this is, maybe who the car is registered to, you can help them out. Make
the call. Somebody out there made some calls, and we got this story with a great ending.
Yes.
We were talking about this morning. A missing 12-year-old in Baton Rouge found safe.
Yes, Araya Smith, we just heard in the last 15 minutes, Baton Rouge police letting us know that she's been located, found safe, thanks to your calls and tips and all the word that we've been sharing with you for the last couple of days now. Thank you for keeping a vigilant eye out to make sure she got home safe.
This is the reason we talk about these stories, and this is the reason we put them out there, and it's the reason that we hit on them a day, or 2 days, or 3 days, because this kind of result is possible once everybody knows what's going on and the phone calls start getting made and social media starts doing its thing. This is why we deeply focus on it, because we know you can make a difference. Somebody obviously did make a difference. And to be able to say back with family that we were just talking about earlier this morning as well, puts a big smile on everybody's face in the newsroom, and obviously far beyond.
Great news. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, so all that's going on. This is going on today as well. Kind of a high-profile visitor to South Louisiana, First Lady.
Dr. Jill Biden will be visiting Louisiana. She's actually going to be stopping by New Orleans, the Louisiana Cancer Research Institute. She's actually visiting with Senator Bill Cassidy, Dr. Bill Cassidy, and his wife, Dr. Laura Cassidy.
A lot of doctors.
Lots of smart people here, all trying to raise awareness for cancer screening screenings, especially National Colorectal Cancer Month.
This is part of the Biden administration's Cancer Moonshot Initiative, right? They're trying to reduce cancer rates by 50% over the next 25 years.
Yeah.
The moonshot, obviously, a play on the 1960s, literally America going to the moon, and you're like, there's no way. But thinking big, thinking gigantic, thinking beyond ourselves, that kind of thing. And this would be that kind of level. 50% reduction over the next 25 years of cancer. So that's why it's called the Cancer Moonshot Initiative. Where do the conversations take us? And these are one of those things, look, obviously, you know, the First Lady, Democratic, when we're talking about meeting with the Senator, Bill Cassidy, Republican, the D, the R, it makes no difference when it comes to something like this. This is one of those things where it's just like, we can all agree.
Yeah.
The fight against cancer, there's nobody out there going, cancer is kind of, it's okay. No, everybody's on one side of this argument,
100%.
Getting everybody in that same kind of room and seeing what's next, a great idea.
Cancer doesn't discriminate. I love that you mentioned that. Cancer is a bipartisan issue.
Oh, man,
Cancer impacts everybody.
Yes.
And what better place to visit than Cancer Alley to talk about the importance of investing in cancer research. So it is only fitting that the Louisiana Cancer Research Institute is getting a big player to lay eyes on the work that they're doing down here to say, how can we reduce this? How can we reduce cases of cancer, pediatric cancer, colorectal cancer, and really all at the same time encourage people to go get screened. We can't say that enough. The sooner you find out that you have any kind of illness, a tumor, a cancer, there is treatment available now. Cancer diagnoses now are so much more different than they were even 10 years ago.
That's very true. That's
so
very true.
There are solutions out there.
There are. And so where do these conversations lead us? Do they create a conversation for you perhaps to take that step like Liz is talking about, to go get checked out, to get that screening? She lands at 1:30?
1:30 roughly.
There you go, 1:30 back into South Louisiana. We'll let you know what comes from it.
Yes.
Some interesting conversations. Speaking of interesting, hey, is that our Kelly Hubbard?
Yeah, it is.
What's she doing, some gaming?
In between some gamers doing some serious gaming.
That's fun. It was fun this morning.
We were watching her live in the Southern University Lab Center, getting behind this initiative to launch a beautiful new state-of-the-art esports facility. So you think esports, I know we've talked about this before with Chris Turner, the director of this incredible program over there. This is now going to be a $5 billion industry.
It really could be very soon.
That is big money. When you talk about a time where video games were just stop sitting inside, you're wasting your brain cells, you're sitting inside doing nothing. How about getting paid for it and pursuing a career in it?
It really is something that's taken off over the last, you've started to hear, when was the first time you remember hearing the word or the phrase esports?
It's been a couple of years.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very new to the lexicon. And so as soon as that came out, they're like, somebody's trying too hard.
Right.
I mean, we're just trying to make it okay to sit in a chair all day and play video. That's not what this is.
No.
And for parents looking at this and going, watch what your kids, those young kids are doing.
Yeah.
And this is not like Donkey Kong back in the day. This is not Pac-Man back in the day. This is not Frog or Pong or Asteroid. This is another level completely.
Yes.
And there is actually careers to be made, money to be made, not just a job, but like careers to be had.
Yes.
And so if this is something maybe you're thinking about for your child, or if your kids are already interested, or you yourself, what a great opportunity. It's right in our own backyard. And we were talking about earlier, Southern University going to be offering up this innovation lab, making it accessible to high school students in the area.
How about it? The Lawson are now getting involved and saying, look, we're funding and fronting this money. And it's not just a game, it's a career in gaming or an education in gaming. Think about all that goes into it, right? The computer graphics, all of the different artistic elements, all of the different IT elements. There are so many different aspects of this when you talk about pursuing this.
The business model.
Yes, and it's quite lucrative.
Yeah.
So think about it, parents. This might change your mindset on how your kid moves forward and what they choose to pursue.
Brand new innovation lab there at Southern University. Liz and I were watching it this morning, and literally every time we went to Cali, we were looking at kind of the setup like, we want that.
Can we get that
Can
here?
can we get that?
Yeah.
It really is. It's very impressive. Check out the story. Callie's got it all laid out for you right there. The future of esports.
Oh, speaking of the
sports,
future.
huh? Speaking of
And
Southern.
sports. All of the things happening at Southern.
Yeah.
So yesterday we talked about the launch of the SWAC tournament, both for the men's and the women's. But today it's a different story.
Yeah, so what, back that up. So what happens now is the men are done. Unfortunately, Southern men lost. So did LSU men at the SEC tournament. Southern men lost. Southern women did not. I mean, they pretty well dominated. They knocked Prairie View A&M right off the court pretty quickly. They were leading by as much as 40 points, almost 40 points, I think 38. So they won yesterday in the first round, which means they move on to the second round today. It is a date, though, with the top seed, Jackson State.
Come on.
That's going to be tough.
Okay.
But can't know until you tip it off, right?
Right.
So that's today, second round of the SWAC tournament.
Okay.
Yep.
Something else we're keeping our eyes on today, back at the PMAC, on the mat, at home, seniors taking that final stage.
You're right, and it's just, we were talking about this as well earlier this morning. It is such it's a team sport, but it's such an individual sport, clearly, right? And every time somebody does something so well on any apparati, the whole team just floods them.
Yes.
What did you call gymnasts?
Oh, what did we say? What did we say?
The human
confetti.
Gymnasts are human confetti. I think that is just the most beautiful description. They really are. Everything about it makes you smile.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, just all the color and the fun and if you're seeing confetti, it is that happy moment. And gymnasts are nothing but, they really are. Just watching them do their thing. So should be a fun night tonight. 7:30 is when they jump on the mat. It's the last meet of the regular season. Look, next weekend is the SEC tournament, SEC championships.
And the last couple of meets have just been electric to watch this team, to see them rally behind each other, as you said, for each individual athlete, but also as a team. It's just been cool this season to watch their ride.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It really has. So that's tonight at the PMAC. Tonight at the Box, if you're wondering. Tiger baseball back at it. This is the last weekend before the SEC weekends.
Right.
And that 30-game grind begins. This is the last non-conference weekend at the Box. They're taking on Stanford.
And then softball is going to South Carolina?
They begin the SEC season this weekend. You're right, but they're doing it on the road over at South Carolina. Their first game, it's a Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay.
3 games. They don't start tonight. It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Also a fun season. This is an exciting time as we pivot here.
I mean, there's a lot of, look, it's fun to be LSU and Southern right now. Southeastern, the women's basketball team winning.
How about that?
I mean, that was a lot of fun last night for the Lions winning the conference tournament. They're going dancing. Selection Sunday, this Sunday, we'll see where these teams are going in the NCAA tournament.
Ooh, so much to follow here on
always.
WAFB Plus, but it's an exciting time. We love talking about sports because the world can be a little bit of a crazy place. Yes. Smile, excitement. It gives us something to put our minds off of, right?
It does.
Right. And in South Louisiana, there's always something going on.
There is, and we're going to dig into it a little bit for you as the next week kind of moves on. Everybody kind of got their eyes perhaps maybe focused on 2 Saturdays from now and the parade to come. And there you see what the forecast is looking like. And St. Patty's Day itself is that Friday. Looks like a little bit of rain, but I think most folks would absolutely trade the rain on St. Patrick's Day itself so that it's gone on Saturday when you get all these parades going.
100%.
I think, you know what I'm saying?
We're crossing our fingers and we are keeping our eyes on that because a lot of people will be flocking out to the parades.
It's so fun.
Especially, you've said this many, many times, and I wholeheartedly agree with you. St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Wearing of the Green Parade, is one of the best ones in Baton Rouge, if not the best, because it's family friendly.
It is.
Not controversial.
No.
It's beautiful to see babies out there catching things, kids catching things. Everybody's flooded in one color.
Oh,
it's really cool. And you know what? A joyful sound.
I know the
I
sounds.
would call it a joyful noise.
It is. It really can be.
And it's very distinct.
The bagpipes.
Bagpipes. Did you know we're kind of celebrating things early here? It's International Bagpipe Day.
I didn't even know they had a day.
Apparently they do.
Well, there you go. There you go. Look at the beautiful bagpipe right there. Friday, today, International Bagpipe Day, observed every year on the March 10th, celebration of the unique instrument, a chance to explore the diversity, the history that came with it. While most people associate the bagpipes with, the kilted Scotsman there,
of course,
instruments played literally all over the world. Earliest bagpipes, likely dating back to ancient Rome, even Egypt. What? A wind instrument clearly made from reeds and pipes. Now, often played, I know, at funerals, maybe somber occasions, but around this time of year, as Liz is talking about, you can also hear them parades in Irish pubs for St. Patrick's Day. By the way, 38th annual Wearing of the Green Parade that we're talking about next Saturday.
Bagpipes.
March 18th.
All month long.
Isn't it so good?
Yeah. I'd say, and you look at these instruments, and it really is impressive considering I've never held one before, but I imagine it's not light to carry.
No.
And you've got all these things resting on your arms while marching and doing that. Look, I was in marching band. It's not easy marching and playing an instrument. A wind instrument?
Right.
That's tough.
I'm already winded, and now I'm supposed to control the wind?
Right.
No, I don't.
That's a lot to navigate here.
It is. International Bagpipe Day.
Very impressive. How about it? Okay, so from taking you to International Bagpipe Day, how about we keep things international?
Okay.
Take you to Britain
Okay.
for something so ugly that it's cute. Stand by.
Is this like royalty or joke or something? Oh, no, not a royalty.
World's ugliest dog.
Oh my gosh, look
Meet
at her.
Miss Peggy.
Look at her.
Yeah, not world's ugliest, just Britain's ugliest.
I don't know. She could probably compete for the world title.
I
Look
think
at her.
she may
Look
go
at
on
Peggy.
to. So you see her key features here?
Yes.
Her permanently dangling tongue,
Yep.
her hairlessness, her scruffy mohawk. She's always attracted attention everywhere she goes.
Aw.
Well, since winning Britain's Ugliest Dog, Peggy has appeared on TV shows, in newspapers. Her claim to fame, gaining so much attention, Matt, people recognize Peggy on the
Well,
street.
yeah.
She now has a modeling contract.
Stop. Wait, what?
Modeling contract.
Well, why not?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so there she goes. And you put it out there right there. I mean, permanently
I gotta get that
dangling
down so you
tongue,
can see.
which they just
I mean,
zoomed
that
in
looks
on.
real
Thankfully, when that's just-
dehydrated.
But she was just eating with it. I mean, it's hanging out the side of her mouth while she's chewing down on food. She doesn't bite the tongue off.
That's a really good point.
How did she do it? Well, you're about to. They may show it again here in a second. The getting after the food. How in the heck does?
And how do you slurp up water? That's another question. If you've got a permanently dangling tongue, do you just like lop it up or like
Yeah,
inhale it?
I've got questions.
I gotta know. We
I
gotta
got
know.
questions. Let's say, how do we get? Okay. How do we get a hold of Peggy?
I don't know. You know how there's like dog whisperers?
Yeah.
Can you whisper
I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna hear you. I don't know if she's gonna hear you. You're
with a mug like that?
too cute for your own good. There you go. Look at that. Just squinting. Just squinting.
Oh my goodness!
Look, we're all dog
I
lovers
can't.
here.
We are. We are. There's no dog too ugly, and even if Britain thinks so,
Yeah.
we're still gonna love on him.
Absolutely.
You know what? We love it.
Stick that tongue out at me.
That's a lot of cuteness to start off your Friday morning.
And actually, you know what? Friday's going to be a pretty good one down here in South Louisiana, certainly compared to what you've seen other places around the country, all
Boy.
the snow out west,
You ain't
crazy
lying.
raining everywhere. And look, even you take all that in, and maybe we could whine about warm temperatures. We're not even going to be dealing with that today. It's not going to be a very bad day out there in South
No.
Louisiana. Welcome to it. I don't even think we may not even hit 80. Look at that.
Look at that baby front.
The baby front.
Baby face, baby front. I love it. I love it. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy the lows dipping down into the upper 50s tomorrow. Make it a great one.
There you go.